Today, Chabad owns Russia.
Chabad owns Russia? Chabad is everything in Russia?
Until today, Chabad owns Russia. Putin is a Chabadnik, and if I have time, I'll explain to you why, but it's not for now. I want to come back to the topic I'm speaking about.
So, here it is. Kash Patel will resign if Dan Bongino leaves. FBI chief frustrated with Pam Bondi. Amid the Dan Bongino resignation saga, a report stated that FBI chief Kash Patel has told his close circle that he could leave the Trump administration. The 45-year-old has reportedly cited frustrations with Attorney General Pam Bondi over the Epstein files row. Sources close to the Department of Justice says Kash Patel also wants Pam Bondi gone and that he'd consider leaving if Bongino leaves. Also, that there are more frustrations with other documents Bondi hasn't released. Mary Margaret Olohan of the Daily Wire posted on X, platform formerly known as Twitter. This comes after Daily Wire cited a source close to Bongino to report that the deputy director of the FBI is threatening to leave his job if Bondi remains in the administration. The report further adds that Dan Bongino is furious with the attorney general over her handling of the infamous Jeffrey Epstein files. The source close to Bongino said that he's effectively issued an ultimatum saying he won't work alongside Bondi, the Daily Wire stated. Neither the White House nor Patel's office have issued a statement on the recent developments. Wow, look at that. What do you think of that, Kurt?
Hey, you know what would be even a better stand to take is just tell the truth at the start rather than resigning like a punk. Why don't you just tell the truth? What if you do that? Have the balls of Snowden, you know?
Why not just tell the truth?
I mean, Russia's nicer now, if you've seen the subways.
I mean, did they both come out and say that there's nothing to see here about the Epstein files? Is that Pam Bondi's fault? Their public statements?
It's Trump's fault. That goes to the top. Okay, so we can blame
right.
Pam Bondi, but why is she there?
Exactly. She's doing what Trump wants her to do.
Let's be the most kind we can be to Trump in that he has a secret plan and this is the way it has to be. Fuck you anyway, motherfucker. Fuck you. Tell the truth. But Kathy's right. I tell everybody, you don't got to hurt nobody or do nothing except tell the truth all the time. You can't do that? Why? Will it hurt your career? That's all you got to do. The thing collapses if you stop being submissive to power the way people are submissive to power that you've seen nonstop your whole life.
So this guy, Raheem J. Kassam, he is the editor of the Nat Plus. He's an ex-Farage advisor, co-founder of War Room. So he's got a thread on this. He says, I'm not sure about Kash leaving, but the report that Dan Bongino is done cleaning up after Pam Bondi is 100% accurate and comes after months of frustration. I have this on airtight multiple sourcing, and Dan isn't the only one who feels this way. He said this is a thread, but I don't. Both Kash and Dan, for months, have tried to get Pam Bondi to understand the importance of full transparency in her department, especially on the Epstein stuff. For reasons becoming apparent, this has fallen on deaf ears. Pam has been giving multiple avenues to pursue and infinite examples of people who need to be brought in front of a special counsel, but she has refused to budge every time. There's an interesting New York versus Florida thing going on here, too. Susie Wiles, a longstanding close and personal friend of Pam's, in the event Trump would consider keeping Dan and maybe Kash if he wants out, too, it is likely his chief of staff will recommend against it, which adds layers of problems. I don't think Bongino will be back to the office Monday if something doesn't happen with Pam, or even a special counsel search announced, perhaps. This would represent a massive victory for the swamp, and indeed for sex traffickers and pedophiles. I'll conclude for now by reminding everyone how people like Dan Bongino and Kash Patel sacrificed as much as they possibly could for MAGA and Trump, and I've no doubt they'll remain loyal to both regardless of what happens here. The truth is, Pam needs to go fast. Number 7, update, Matt Gaetz would struggle with Senate confirmation, and to serve as acting, you need to be at the department already. But a recess appointment, so they're talking about getting getting him in. The other thing people fail to understand is that if Trump removes Bondi, and if she is replaced with someone who really wants to haul folks like Acosta was the guy who first was the only guy to prosecute Jeffrey Epstein in Florida, and he was the one who said that he was told Jeffrey Epstein was intelligence. And
only W could have given the order. Only
George W. That's right. So anyway, if and is replaced with some so if they want to bring Acosta in front of a special counsel, that special counsel and the new attorney general will need President of the United States level of Secret Service protection. Remember, the Alex Acosta sweetheart deal negotiated by Columbia University's new lawyer, Jay Lefkowitz, a big Jeb Bush donor, in 2008 has scarcely been probed. All of that needs fresh attention and full transparency. In fact, I think Mike Benz just did a thing about that, how that whole Acosta thing needs to be completely probed, but it's not. So it looks like Dan Bongino has had it and that he's going to leave. And then Kash Patel it's been reported that if Dan leaves, that he's going to leave. And so Trump is going to be left with so do you think there's a possibility, Kurt, that this is Pam Bondi's doing and that she's somehow snowing Trump on this Epstein thing and that she's the one who's
clearly Trump is snowed by a lot of people around him. The thing that's wild to me is Matt Gaetz was supposed to be in that position. He suddenly wasn't. That was Israel's doing.
Yeah.
He put in Pam Bondi, a reliable tool bag. And it's the same as blaming Elon for Doge failing. Oh, I'm sure it was Elon's call at the end of the day.
Yeah, right.
Right. Well, Elon didn't want to cut the budget, so we're doubling it. I wish Elon could have figured out how to cut the budget, but we have to give the Pentagon $1 trillion. Yeah. This is nonsense. And you know what? Trump's not in charge neither. And that cuckoo Jonathan Oddie, who got arrested back talking about the Diddy thing, he actually explains it to the Secret Service in his interrogation. He said Trump knows about the whole thing and is trying to tell them, hey, I'm not trying to come at you. I'm just trying to fix a couple of things. Just like she just said now, Kathy O'Brien, or Sagar and Jetty said. The lie is to let the other cabal people know, I'm not coming after you. You don't have to keep killing me, trying to kill me all the time. So none of them are turning on the thing. They're all just jockeying for position within the thing. A stand-up guy like Snowden or like Julian Assange would take the hit. I know myself well enough to know if I was in that position, I couldn't live with myself if I was enabling a child trafficking network by respecting my oath to this despicable intel coven. Okay? I'm not brave. I just couldn't live with that. And quitting wouldn't do that for me. Okay? So these two assholes, good, quit, asshole. You're not spilling the beans. Why aren't you? Because you're a coward.
Here's Glenn Beck. He actually weighed in on this. You want to hear it? Here it goes.
I got a comment on what's happening in Washington with Dan Bongino and Pam Bondi. A direct plea to President Trump. Please, President Trump. I know you're not involved at this level. I know that you are busy working on huge, huge projects. But America can't lose Dan Bongino. He has so much credibility. Everybody knows him, loves him. Pam Bondi has created so much doubt and chaos in this whole thing. There's no reason for all of this. Either it's a massive cover-up or she's just fouled this up every single time.
That's the first
Please, let's not lose Dan Bongino. If there's a choice, I hope not, but please, fire Pam Bondi. Keep Dan Bongino.
Hey, here's a tip. When you want to do a quick video that you pull over, why don't you do it inside your car?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Why wouldn't you do this inside your car? Why are you standing outside so nobody can understand anything you're saying? Anyway,
I've got to pull over in front of. Are you being bugged or something? What is this? Also, go ahead and lose Dan Bongino. I don't respect that dumb, thick-headed liar.
So the problem is, I think, for Bongino is that he had one of the most successful podcasts in America.
Yeah.
I mean, and he didn't even go on YouTube. He was just on Rumble. I mean, he was crushing it, and
10 times worse.
And so he had a real thing going. He had a whole operation going there, and so if he doesn't tell the truth about this, if he keeps going along with this, that's all gone, because as this, nobody's going to believe him going forward. Right,
the op is done, and they put aluminum in your brain, so people will forget, and then they'll put him out. They'll trot him out in something else if he plays ball like a good boy. What Glenn Beck? Did you hear what he said? Either the whole thing's corrupt, or Pam Bondi is just screwing up.
Yeah, it's not
Glenn.
that.
I think I know what the more likely choice is in that.
So do you think that Bongino and Patel have to put this on Bondi? Do you think that's what that, because they can't say
like
it's Trump?
Netanyahu with the genocide. At the end of the day, they're going to go, oh, that bad man Netanyahu is gone. See? But meanwhile, the whole thing's a racist enterprise. It sucks. They do this with every single thing. You find the scapegoat, just like the kid with the mullet and the weather in Texas. You find the scapegoat and you put it on them, and then you move on with the plan and change the name and try to not change anything. I don't know how many times they're going to still be able to pull this off, but people are starting to notice it now.
All right, this is from NBC News. They say Bongino is out of control, furious. The person who's spoken with the deputy FBI director said this destroyed his career. He's threatening to quit and torch Pam unless she's fired. And he didn't come to work today.
Probably my tweets got to him because I was kind of mean to him.
You were.
Oh, yeah.
Megyn Kelly says, wait, let me make this a little bigger so people can see. Megyn Kelly says, can confirm it's Bongino or Bondi, and the pick is obvious. Bondi must go. So I think that's falling into this narrative. I really do. I think, and here's Anomaly tweets out this video of when Bongino told Tim Pool a story of how he was told that Epstein was an intelligence asset for a country in the Middle East. Let's listen.
Yeah. About a year and a half after that, I'm in a green room at Fox, and I'm not going to say who because they didn't give me permission to share it, but the short story, but not who they are. Says, Epstein's an intelligence asset for people in the Middle East, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. I'm like, you sure that? The person, let's say, is like, I'm absolutely sure that he's either a witting or unwitting asset, intelligence asset, meaning his plane and that island, the cameras, there's a big assumption out there that these videotapes were exclusively in the custody of Epstein. That's a huge mistake. The reason they wanted this story to go away is because there's an assumption like, oh yeah, Epstein had him. No, he wasn't the only one who had him, according to this source. These assets, that's why this blackmail story makes so much sense. Which Middle Eastern countries they are, I don't know. But this person, who's a very, very good reporter, I mean, aces, right, swore Epstein was either a witting or unwitting intelligence asset, and they may have had his plane wired up, and they're the ones who have all this stuff. So the point is, to sum it up, how do you know some of these countries aren't going to some of these power players who aren't making decisions? Because, hey, you wouldn't want this video out there, right? How do you know? 100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
how do I know more than him? How's that possible that I know more than Dan Bongino about it? Oh, I read Kathy's book. Now, if my controls are not real, why does a Secret Service guy not know all these details that I don't know? That's not normal. Okay, so that lets you know this is a big lie. What do they which Middle Eastern country, Dan? You're not going to say because your number one hobby is the defense of Israel? And I got news for you. It ain't just Israel. The whole thing collapses because, as Nick Bryant told us, Epstein, the sex trafficking is just a small part of the thing. He is laundering money for all of the intel. So you see why the bank account's active and we can never tell? Because the intel covens that run your country, the worst scum that has ever cursed this planet, would be ruined in the eyes of the public. And then you can't make Marvel MCU movies with CIA good guys no more. You see?
Okay, over to Steph.
All right. I'm just telling you which segment I hope you're going to do next.
Okay, let me...
a joke. It's like the Iron Sheik and Hulk Hogan yelling.
Oh, okay. Here we go, folks. All right. The IDF will jack him for his bling. FSL. Thank you for that one, silly. Sorry, kids, but our beloved Rumble also runs, at least partially, on AWS. Most likely, your favorite internet service does as well. And if not, it's run by Microsoft, Azure, or Google Cloud. Sad face. You get
Just
a
tell
gong.
the truth until they don't let you. That's all you could do. Just tell the truth until they don't let you. You can't. What else are you going to do?
Thank you, Mr. Kurt. All right. My real name is correct. A lot goes through AWS. There's a reason why many of their facilities are high security. Vanticus. Unions, organizations that brought you 8-hour days and weekends, no fried bologna. Trump 2016, I love WikiLeaks. 2017, I don't. I don't know about WikiLeaks. Check out I read that one. All right, let's see here.
Come here.
Big, beautiful bill. Build back better with technocratic panopticon. Back to Jimmy.